Here I am again doing the Lord's work. Everything look okay? Everyone settled? Let's discuss. So, before I started this video, I was thinking, what should I title it? Should I title it Ask Hwasa? Should I title it Why We Love Hwasa? Hwasa, we love you, just keep it plain and simple. I didn't know. But then I was like, let's let Hwasa's name take a break. The girl is tired of being said. The girl's tired of being shouted to the hilltops. The name Hwasa just needs a break right now. So I don't want to make this video even about Hwasa per se, but in a way I kind of have to, because she's the one whose name y'all won't let have a break. So I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, it doesn't really matter, but this week ANTIS, or it's better to say at this point, people who are actually in love with Hwasa, people who just can't admit that they're fans of Mamamoo, decided to trend Ask Hwasa. But they weren't actually genuinely asking her questions in the hashtag. It was condescending, it was passive aggressive, it was shady. The tweets and questions that people were asking with the hashtag Ask Hwasa, you could tell that they were just, one, to get a rise out of moo-moos, and two, to be mean. So, let's get into some of the questions they were asking Hwasa. The thing that really just irritates me is the people who do this stuff are marching around trying to be like, they're woke, they're supportive of Black people, they love Black people, they're here to stand with us. But yet some of the stuff you say, for instance, kind of making a joke of a bonnet, which I literally have like 1,000 of them all over my house, so I really do this, and also I really do this. But making jokes about bonnets, using the N-word without sort of, just in bad context. It's just like, are you really here to support Black people, or are you just, like, what are you doing? It doesn't make sense. But anyways, so the first tweet that I saw, what kind of bonnet do you wear at night? Hashtag Ask Hwasa. What's your favorite culture to appropriate? Hashtag Ask Hwasa. I'm going to go through all of them so that y'all can see the different perspectives of nonsense that ANTIS go with to try to bring down Hwasa. What's your race of choice for the summer? Hashtag Ask Hwasa. And they added a heart on this one. Last question, my Negro queen. What? If you're shaming someone for supposedly being against Black people, and you're going now, to make a joke by calling her a Negro? Like, what's wrong with you? Last question, my Negro queen. How old? This one has layers. In fact, I'm gonna say the name because, like, what's wrong with you? Their @ is God is a BP stan. Shocker, they're a blink. Last question, my Negro queen. How old was you when you appropriated your first culture? With a heart again, hashtag Ask Hwasa. And the reason I said there was layers to this tweet is because not only did they use the N-word to refer to Hwasa, which, by the way, she's never referred to herself, Hwasa's never referred to herself as the Black Queen, Black Uni, or anything like that. But it's the blatant lack of grammar, I feel like, kind of adds an undertone of referring to Black people or Black culture as being stupid or ignorant or uneducated. So the how old was you? Or this blink is just an idiot and doesn't know the difference between were and was, past tense, present tense, passive progressives, whatever they're called. But I'm gonna go with the latter and say they're racist themselves. So, you know, 1 minute you're here going against Hwasa trying to defend us, but in the next breath you're showing your true feelings of what you see Black people as, which is uneducated. Clown. Next tweets. Hashtag Ask Hwasa. Hey, I think you and Soyeon can be besties. The only thing I've seen from G-Idol or even Soyeon that was kind of sketchy was when they were on Queendom and they referred to themselves as ethnic hip, We all know what that really meant. We all know what concept they were trying to go for. And ethnic hip was just a stupid way to phrase it. And I do blame that on their ignorance and seclusion in South Korea. Because South Korea is not the most progressive. South Korea is not the most woke country whenever it comes to social standards of today's societies. So I can cut them a break there. To my knowledge, I've not seen Soyeon continue to do any sketchy or bad behavior, or the other members of G-Idol. And once again, funny how they use Soyeon and G-Idol, a group that's not from the big three, a girl group who doesn't have the most Lolita or girly concept, to try to bring down. I feel like there's a pattern here, and I've pointed it out before in my past Mamamoo videos. People hate to see other women win. They hate to see people they don't agree with win. So this is another example of that. They're not actually attacking Soyeon because they care about what she's done in the past. They're attacking her because she's an easy target. I digress. Hashtag Ask Hwasa. Do you use Eco or Gorilla Snot? For those of you who don't know, Eco Styler Gel and Gorilla Snot are things you put on your baby edges to do your edges, which is a black thing or urban culture, if you want to call it that. Do you prefer wearing wigs or box braids? Mama Africa. Heart eyes. Hashtag Ask Hwasa. This is another Blackpink stan. Hold on, I didn't even peep the irony whenever I was in the middle of filming this video. Not a blink coming to talk about how it's wrong for people not of color to wear box braids, as if Lisa wasn't in a room full of cereal talking about, here I come kicking your door. The irony? Does anyone else see the irony? Please tell me you do. Back to the video. Do you hate ethnic minorities? Be honest. Hashtag Ask Hwasa. And to that one, before I even get into like the actual topic I want to talk about for this whole video, this idiot had the audacity to ask, does Hwasa care about minorities? Not even knowing that Rihanna, Beyonce, so many different artists from the West, who happen to be black women on top of that, are her biggest inspiration. So you're sitting here asking someone who literally looks up to what you're claiming she hates if she actually loves them. When she's basically, her whole pedestal as an idol, not even just as an idol, as a person, as someone who's confident in herself, who loves herself, she based all that off of Beyonce and Rihanna. So do you see the contradiction? Do you see the stupidity? I'm seriously asking. But the thing is, logic and knowledge and getting correct information is not the goal or the point of being an anti. Being an anti is just you have nothing better to do because you're jobless. That's what being an anti is, which is what, in fact, I'm going to title this video. Antis and K-pop fans, get a job. Get a job. Get a job. Get a job. If you had something productive to do with your life, and you finally pulled your head out of your ass and realized half the idols you're bringing up or even pulling down don't know a thing about you, will never know your name, will never know a single thing about your family, even though they say, this even applies to me as a K-pop fan. You know, an idol can say, oh, I love you, blah, 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 but they're never actually talking about me as an individual. They mean the entire fan base. They love their fan base. Of course they do, because they support them. Just like I love my subscribers. You guys are here whenever I need you. I can vent to you. I can talk to you. In a way, we're kind of friends. But I can never say I love you, whoever's watching this, because I don't know you. Unless you're in my comment section a lot and we talk a lot, then I can be, you know, we can be cordial. But you see what I'm saying, though? So you're writing this hard for people who don't know your name and would most likely condone your actions. Because in case you guys haven't noticed, you're trying to, like, for example, how are you going to put Red Velvet against Mamamoo when Seulgi and Moonbyul are basically best friends? How are you going to put Irene and Moonbyul against each other when they're basically dating? Supposedly, I hope so. So it's like, these idols are in an industry, and even though they're meant to be against each other, they're really not. Because at the end of the day, they're all adults and they're grown-ups. And they're people. Which is something you children, you antis need to learn and grow the... I almost cursed. Y'all need to grow up, basically. This tweet says, Mamamoo gained a 38.92% since last month, landing on 5th place in girl group brand reputation, ranking for August 2020. The girls were really close to 4th place. I always say that the top 3 girl groups right now are Blackpink, Twice, Red Velvet. And Mamamoo is, I don't even want to say pushing themselves up there, because they are there. And this tweet, these statistics basically prove that. So once again, that is the nuance for the hatred they get. That's what antis really strive to do. They want to bring them down. But my thing is, why not just join the party? You're spending so much energy hating them anyways. You might as well do something positive with it and just become a moo-moo. Hello, more music, more talent. And don't sit here and say, I don't want to support someone who's racist, because bitch, you're being racist too. You don't really care about black people. Think about it in your heart. Do you genuinely, are your motives really to support black people? One more check-in, regardless of whether you support Mamamoo or not, whoever you do support is probably racist too. They've done some sketchy stuff in the past. G-Idol, Red Velvet, BTS, Blackpink, Oh My Girl, Luna maybe? The list goes on and on. No one here is safe. So stop being a hypocrite. Everyone's guilty. Stop picking and choosing who you support and who you can go against. Back to the video. Because black people are telling y'all, we don't care anymore. It's not even true. Leave us alone. Leave us out of it. And yet you're still trying to force us to be offended. So what is your motive? Think about that the next time you want to tweet some nonsense on Twitter or start a hashtag. I could never see myself starting a whole hashtag trying to get it to trend about someone I supposedly hate. I could be doing so much better things with my time. I could be making money, which is another reason I say get a job. Like, I just don't understand. And I don't think I'll ever understand antis, and that's because there's no logic behind it. They hate someone because they're either jealous of them, they can't stomach the fact that this person is better than their fave, they wish they could be them. There's something. You know, they always say a person bullies another person because that individual has something they want. Hwasa created a whole new beauty standard in a country that is extremely conservative. Hwasa is a millionaire before the age of 23. Hwasa has collabed with so many big artists at this point. Hwasa can sell out items in the blink of an eye just by saying its name. Hwasa eats and lives unapologetically. Hwasa lives in a condo. Hwasa drives a Volvo SUV, an SUV Volvo. So it's like, either you're jealous you don't have that life, or you're jealous your idol doesn't have that life. Which is still brings me back to, why do you care? You don't know these people personally. They don't know you. So why are you going so hard for someone who will never really appreciate your efforts? And I use that word loosely. Anyways, next screenshot. I basically did my research with this because this is like the 4th video I've made on Mamamoo and this topic of cultural appropriation, whether Hwasa and Mamamoo are racist or if it's just antis trying to push propaganda. And I feel like at this point, everything is clear. All the proof is in the pudding. Ugh. Someone says, please, even if you are not a muumuu, take a moment to realize that what Hwasa is going through right now is purely bullying and harassment that she definitely does not deserve. Please help us trend #Hwasa we love you. Someone else said, an idol was just taken to the hospital hours ago because of bullying, and y'all still think taking it out on idols is funny. Hwasa didn't do to deserve this. I thought you're supposed to care about mental health. We love you, Hwasa. Cute. So one side you're trying to defend cultural appropriation and racism, but on the next side didn't, like, with the death of Sully and I think it was a member of FX, weren't we all just pushing about how we need to be there for our idols and love them and stop the hate a couple months ago? So God forbid, but if Hwasa does end up going down the same route we've seen a lot of these celebrities from Korea go down, what will they be saying then? It will be the same people who were out here on the Ask Hwasa Twitter in the past doing all the stuff that we know antis to do. It will be the same people who come out of the woodworks now and say, oh, I'm so sad I'm not able to see Hwasa perform live again. Oh, I wish I stand Mamamoo sooner. oh, I wish I never said the things I said. You can stop now. Like, you don't even have a motive to keep doing what you're doing. Except being jobless. Once again, the title of this video, K-pop stans, antis get a job. But my point being, don't wait until it's too late to change your behavior for the better. Because at this point, it's unwarranted. The Black community does not want you to defend us. We've defended ourselves with bigger situations. Bitch, we started the whole civil rights movement. So do you think we really need some cockeyed little 13-year-old K-pop stans to defend us? We can defend ourselves, trust me. It's literally, at this point, being strong is embedded in being Black. So if we're telling you we don't need your support here, leave us alone. We don't need anyone telling us when or why we should be offended. I think we've figured that part out very well a long time ago. Which is something I don't see a lot of K-pop fans or even Black K-pop fans talking about. Yes, they say don't stand up for me, but they never say why you don't need to stand up for me. Because I'm strong enough to do it on my own. Thank you. Let's see if I have any more screenshots I want to talk about. There's this last one. And this again goes to Mamamoo. I've said this before. I don't like the way we handle antis. It seems very dramatic and like we're puppies. We can't handle ourselves. We are so like shriveled up in a corner crying. And again, it's in this tweet. And this has gotten almost 1,000 likes and over 500 retweets. Please, I'm literally begging right now. I don't care if you're not a Mamamoo. Please retweet and reply with, Hwasa, we love you, for my mental health's sake. Don't let antis, don't let K-pop, don't let people in general have that much power over your mental health. People's words genuinely mean nothing. Even my words. You could be watching this video right now and you could literally just click off and say, bitch, shut up. Which is your right. Because my opinion of this situation does not have to be your opinion. Which is why I always say, I'm not gonna like start fretting about what an anti has to say until Hwasa shows that she's being affected by what's going on. And she's not. I mean, sometimes we can see her at schedules and she does seem sad. But until she blatantly comes out here and says, guys, I don't know if I can be an idol anymore. These hate words are starting to affect me. But the queen literally said, what does getting rid of me do for you in her lyrics for Maria? In the music video, she's literally dancing around saying, antis, what does coming after me gain you? So that's how I know Hwasa does not give two F's about these little baby head kids on Twitter. So I just want to say to Mamamoo, who, that's really all I care about. An anti, I don't give a fuck. But Mamamoo, don't take it to heart. We're stronger than this. We stand idols who are stronger than this. We stand grown-ass women. We stand artists. They're not just K-pop idols. So don't let what someone else's opinion, not even just in K-pop, in general, don't let someone else's words affect what you think or how you view the world. Because once that happens, everything else just goes down. A light gets turned off in the world. So yeah, I love you guys. Subscribe if you're new here. Stop trending stupid hashtags. I'm getting hot. Antis get a job. Antis get a job. Go get a job. You need a job. Go get a job. McDonald's is hiring. Walmart is always hiring. Bitch, go flip a Popeye sandwich. Do something. But keep the names of people who aren't your business out of your mouth. And the day will be better for everyone. Bye.